Hi, welcome to Leap Taken. This is Mika, and here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. And first off, I want to say hello. I'm back to filming, back to having weekly videos, and eventually going back live again. But I wanted to share before I talk about anything else on this video, what I got in my box for the Goddess box provision. And I left a little card with everything was listed over on the side, but that's okay. I'll just talk about it. First, they sent this cute little teacup. Isn't this adorable? Moon gazing. And it says daydreaming over here. It says stamp with Goddess provisions on the bottom. So I look forward to using this cup. I think this is so cute and adorable. They sent this pillowcase here, which has a spot. It's a standard size pillowcase, but it has a spot for you to put, yeah, I'm trying to show it, see? I think that's cute, so I'll wash it. But it has a spot to put, a little pocket to put your crystals in that goes like right here in the inside, if that makes any sense. It opens up and you can put your crystal inside. So I think that's really cute. So usually this material makes me hot if I sleep on it, but I don't know, I'm gonna give it a try. And it kind of matches my theme in my bedroom, so good. Then it's this cool like flag thing, whatever, the lunar 2022 calendar, which I think is so cute, and I look forward to hanging this up. So you put like, I don't know, I have like a chops and chopsticks or something. I'll probably hang it up with that and make something. But anyway, it didn't come with the little things to do that, but I'll do it myself. But I thought this was really nice. I look forward to using that. Then it came with some oracle cards. It's all lunar cycles, I believe is the theme for this one. So new moon, waxing moon, first quarter, waxing gibbous. And they have little quotes on them, by the way. Full moon, waning gibbous, third quarter, and then waning crescent. But like it says here, I open my heart and set my intentions. I manifest my dreams. I open doorways to possibility. So I thought these were actually they're really cute. I like these cards. I like the artwork. It appeals to me. I really enjoy looking at that. And then they gave a crystal, which I thought was cool. I think, is this amethyst? I got to look on the card to see if it's, you know, I struggle with sometimes recognizing where crystals are. It looks like it, but I might be off. I'll double check. But yep, and the Goddess provision box is pretty. And then, because I opened everything up and just took it out. Oop. And then this cool thing here is like, it's pretty substantial. It's kind of heavy. This is heavy. But I look forward to hanging this up. I kind of want to hang it in the window, but I'm like, I don't want to ignite anything because you have to be careful with crystals and sunlight, but it is actually glorious to look at with the sunlight coming through. So I'm going to find a place to go ahead and just put this on a nice spot. I like it like spinning like that because I kind of don't want to put it flat up against the wall. So I will figure something out, but I'm going to have this hanging very soon. It even came with a little hook to hang it with for you to like affix to the wall. I thought that was cute. So yeah, it would just sort of go like this, and I don't know. So that was my Goddess provision box. I think, yeah, that was all. Yeah, that was everything. I mean, that was a lot of, it's quality stuff. So I do appreciate getting these boxes. And it's right on time because, I'm kind of feeling very mysterious and witchy right now. So I kind of like this. Oh, I forgot on this moon, there's a little thing that says shine your light. So I think that's cute too. But yeah, I'm feeling that moon, lunar energy right now, going into this phase, this season that we're going in. Not that I still don't feel the effects of the sun, obviously I do, but I'm recognizing more of the dynamics and the nuances that come with each phase of the moon and building and all that sort of stuff. So there's that. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about that now for the subject matter, the purpose of the video. I also wanted to talk about, I've had a video like this before and I've spoken about this before, but I like to attribute the videos that I make to, I'm a practical witch. So the practicalities of my life and my witchcraft. You know, I am so grateful, one, that I am a practicing witch. I am so happy that I took the leap, yes, very much pun intended, I took the leap into witchcraft, into understanding it and learning it, and to continue to gain knowledge, share with others, learn from others. I am so happy that I am open. I have the capacity. Like, this is still all good for me. Like, I'm still very much into this witch stuff. Because when life gets difficult, when things get hard, when the math isn't mathing anymore, you know, some of us, I think, who come into this witchcraft world, when the math isn't mathing, you know, basically when there's like conflicts in life, or there's hurdles, obstacles, or just, you know, drama, you know, whatever the situation is, it's causing you distress, you know, stress, distress, you're tired of dealing with it, that sort of stuff. And you don't immediately have a plan to get out of it yet. You know, it's something you kind of just have to go through. And could be, you know, a lot of different things that happen in our lives that happens with. And you have to deal with the consequences afterwards as well. For me, and I can speak for me, I would never go back to Christianity because I felt like there wasn't a savior coming to get me. And I do believe that there are a lot of witches. Notice I'm not like saying new witches or anything like that, because I don't think it's just new witches. Also, there are people who could be studying the craft for years and never actually cast a spell. Technically, they're a witch. Technically, they're in it. They might have the aesthetic. They collect crystals. They have the candles. But they don't really do much of anything. They just constantly keep reading more books. They watch a lot of channels, but they don't actually put anything into practice. No issues with you, by the way, if this is you. We all got our own journey. We all got to take our time. And I don't know your life. It might not make sense for you to feasibly actually practice out loud everything that you learn. So I totally have respect for that. However, those are the ones who are probably going to bail and go back to Christianity. They're gonna bail, because when you don't live this life, and when I mean live it, I realize there are some people who sometimes they almost make witchcraft look scary, or they make it look almost to the point that you have to stop being a rational-minded person in order to follow it. So there's a little more to the conversation, but stay with me. When you live it in a way that feels organic, it feels complementary to your life, you're learning valuable lessons, it's bringing you into contact with people, places, things you probably would have never interacted with, but there's an exchange of positive energy. Even situations that might seem uncomfortable, slightly on a negative scale, you're still grateful for the experience because there's something you learned from it. When your witchcraft is taking you in that mind frame, and you're practicing, meaning you did a spell, maybe you were a little nervous, you were a little scared, and it didn't come out quite as you had planned, but you felt something and you had an experience, and ultimately you were looking to have some sort of a connection to something. So now you just sort of have to learn to fine tune it. But technically it wasn't what you thought it was going to be, and maybe it wasn't as exciting as you had planned. I'm talking about that type of experience. With all that I just said, and that long drawn out example, all that I said, when you are really into this magical lifestyle, when you're like that, or if you're seasoned and you're doing it and you have rituals that you do almost daily that keep you aligned, or weekly, and you're a coven or you're a high priestess of a coven, regardless of the range, wherever you are and where you might slide back and forth to, one of the advantages that we have practicing witches is that because you're so aligned and you're always in it, you know what to do when things get tough. You know when to shut down. You're a little more in tune to your emotions. You're a little more in tune to your mental state. It doesn't mean that you have it all together. It doesn't mean you still don't slip into depression, that you still don't have to take medication. It just means simply that you're very aware of yourself. You're very aware of your energy. And I feel like most of the witches that I know, practicing witches, Since we're so aware, so analytical about so much, because we're always learning, we're trying to process to see what's real, what's not, did I imagine it, did this experience really happen, that sort of stuff. I think that we just are going to be a little bit more in tune with ourselves. So when things get rough, when things get difficult, and you have a lot of challenges coming at you all at once, if you're not handling it very well, for me personally, as a witch, if I'm not handling it well, I know what to do. I may not like it, but I know what to do. It could be simply shutting it down. It down meaning whatever is going on. All the things that I can control, I shut them out within reason. And even the things I may consider, like, if you have a job, call out. I'm calling out. I'm done. I'm not going into work. I'm not dealing with people. I'm shutting down to have this moment, even if it's for a day or two, if possible, if you can't make it to the weekend. But my point being, I'm glad I know this. Like, I'm glad I'm aware of this. A lot of this just comes from life experience. I would say age, but I'll say life experience. And a lot of it just comes from paying attention and just being in tune with yourself. I talk a lot about intuition and intuitive magic, and all that comes into play. It's part of my witchcraft. Is how I practice. Learning to trust myself, listen to my higher self, listen to that connection that I have within me, to spirit, ancestors, the universe, just paying attention, and being aware of the little nudges, the synchronicities, symbols and signs and all that sort of stuff, being open to processing it, realizing there's really, really ever any real coincidences, even things that seem obscure and things that don't go together and it shouldn't have much weight or meaning, and yet it stands out to you because it's meant to. It's something significant and something for you to pay attention to. I'm sitting here now in a place of extreme gratitude. I feel very happy. I feel very confident right now. I feel like, there is just so much I can do, so much I can't wait to share. I'm exhausted still, but so there's that. I'm still tired, I still, that's the thing about dealing with emotional stress. You just feel worn out. So, for now, I just have to do, for me, by the way, when I feel that way, instead of, yes, I rest, but I also like to give into more physical activities that give me a more natural feeling of feeling tired, so I could actually sleep, and feel good about sleeping, feel comfortable sleeping. For instance, I'm doing a lot of projects like, home improvement projects or decorating projects. I'm putting up Christmas decorations. I'm doing all that sort of stuff. And by the time I'm done, lifting, hanging, and I don't just put, I go a little crazy. It might be scaled back this year. I don't know. Depends on what I want. But I just went and got this cute little tree. I say little, it is not. It's a 7.5 foot tree, tall tree. And it's a good size. But anyway, I'm going to put that together. I'm going to do all that. So I kind of lean into the physical stuff, and it's still creative at the same time. So I like to do my paintings. I don't care if anybody ever sees them. They're for me to display, to make me happy. I'll write. Sometimes I have ideas for new videos, so I'll just jot some bullet points down to help me out. Of course, my planning, I love doing that. There's a lot of different things like paper crafts and things like that I enjoy working on. So I will pour myself into the more physical type of things and, kind of tire myself out with that. And believe it or not, all of a sudden I have this energy once I'm into it that I didn't have because I had been so stressed emotionally. And then all of a sudden I have energy, and it's like I can lose time, especially if I'm decorating or painting. I forget what time it is. Dinner is happening. I forget I'm even hungry. I get so wrapped up in stuff. That is pure magic, by the way. My other senses are just so super focused and engaged on my activity. I don't have time to feel hunger. I don't even notice it. And I love that. I love being able to lose myself into something like that. By the way, that's actually a great thing. If there is some activity that's just for you, that fuels you, that you could lose yourself in, where you're actively doing something, not just watching something. That's a different thing. Not watching a TV show. Oh, listen, I watch my TV now, and I watch my shows. Not just watching YouTube, but there's something you're actually doing that sort of captures you like that. That is like the epitome of witchcraft to me, because my focus is so, like, I'm there to completion. I'm creating something. I mean, that's magical. And for my mental health, that is also great. Like, I need that. I need to be able to have moments where I do that. I wish it would be more like every day. But maybe I think there's something even magical in the fact that it's not something I can always do every day, because, life, if some of us have jobs, responsibilities, you gotta, cook the dinner afterwards and clean the house or whatever else you do after work out. I'm telling you a glimpse of what I'd like to start doing, but the point is, it doesn't all, and you might be physically exhausted and you don't feel like, doing all these other activities that I just talked about. At least I don't during the week most of the time. But I think that's the magic, and, I look forward to it on the weekend. Or if I can carve out some time at night, I can do some other activities, craft related, art related, that kind of speaks to my spirit. But if I didn't know anything about witchcraft, it's not that I wouldn't appreciate this, but I don't think I would be so open to trying different crafts and applying myself the way that I do, because I look at it as part of actual magic. I look at it as witchcraft, as my spirituality. It's an outlet, it's creation, and it's. I used to say this a lot with my videos in 2020. There is magic in everything I do. It really is. It is. That's the best thing I can say. It really is. I really do. Even if it's not coming across that way, because I am a magical being and I profess to be so, and I am a master manifester because I profess to be so, and because I am a witch because I am. If I'm in a creative process, if I'm creating, best believe it's magic going on. That's witchcraft happening right there in front of you. Don't be surprised with all the other stuff. Usually, I'll be honest with you, I'll even set the tone, like I set the mood, so I'm manipulating energy to help direct my thoughts. I have certain candles going, sometimes for color therapy as well as aromatherapy. Again, that's a magical experience. Certain sounds, ambiance in the background, it helps. I'll have my magical potions, whether it's alcoholic or not. The point is, it's aiding in my work. It's aiding in, whatever art or craft I'm doing, whatever working I'm doing, or expression. And that's the magic. That's that, it's even like that. Or sometimes I don't need all that, and I'm just so focused. It's like a switch comes on, and I lose track of time. I lose track of I don't have distractions because I am totally focused. If if something does interrupt, like a phone call or text, I ignore it, and I'll call you back. And like in my hand, I'll say, I'll call him back. But I enjoy the luxury of being able to do all that, which I think witchcraft has a lot to do with that. So I'm saying all this because the next set of videos that you're going to see are going to have a lot to do with manifesting a lifestyle, manifesting the lifestyle that you desire. And I've been looking forward to doing this, and I'm in a space and in a place now where I can't wait to share. I can't wait to tell you all the little bits and all the little details that go into manifesting a lifestyle. I can't wait to share those videos with you. I'm going to finish out 2021 with a bang, with some really exciting, I'd like to believe, but informative content that I think will carry you into 2022. I think it would help the witch who's watching this, because it helps me, because I'm going to be following the stuff I'm talking about. Like, I'm putting it into motion. And a lot of things I'm going to be talking about things that I've actually done more than once, so I know they work. Um, and with success, by the way. So I'm looking forward to really sharing that. And then ultimately, when I'm done, and there'll be more videos about this or more information about this, but I'm actually going to finally start a mentorship program. I'm really looking forward to that. Now, if you don't know, I'm a cottage witch. And a cottage witch is a lot of things. It's a bit of being a bit of an eclectic witch, being a bit of a green witch, a hedge witch. The thing about being a cottage witch is sort of all encompassing, but ultimately, my home is my sanctuary. It has its own energy, and I feed it, and I sustain it, and I cleanse it, and I purify it, and I add to it, and I draw from it. So keeping that balance of energy, keeping that protective energy up, but at the same time allowing certain things like fairies or other types of spirits that I welcome in. Giving them an opportunity to enter as well, inviting them in and being part of the overall experience that is my cottage, my cottage witchery. It has been beneficial to me. I've been practicing this way for a few years now, and it's, I think everything basically led me to this type of practicing. I do use hoodoo practices. I use hoodoo or spells, magic, whatever. I use a little bit of everything, but I'm not a hoodoo practitioner. I don't identify that way. I identify as a cottage witch. And my mentorship will have everything to do with being a cottage witch. So I actually offer a free workshop on cottage witchery, but my mentorship will be more one-to-one and more hands-on. So, that'll be different. And it's yes, a lot of that information in the free workshop is relevant, and you might see some overlap with that, but it'll definitely be a unique experience based on your home, your witchcraft, and how you're operating. Also, I don't think the way at least I see it, being a cottage witch doesn't mean that I'm subscribed to a specific path. So if you are, that doesn't have anything to do with you practicing cottage witchery. Also, if you don't want to refer to yourself as a cottage witch, but you enjoy the practices of it, that's perfectly fine too, because that's what I love about the way I practice, because there's room for all of that. And when I say all this, it's not like I'm all over the place and we're doing everything, we're sampling from everything, although I don't see what's wrong with that. But we apply it in a way that makes sense, for the individual. At least that's how I learn. That's what I do. So I look forward to giving more details about that. That actually mentorship will be starting in 2022 at the top of the year. I am still I'm still finishing up my outline for, packages and things like that I offer for the mentorship. So I'm still finishing all that up, so don't worry. But it is coming 2022. But I wanted to just, share that if you made it to this far into the video, yay, you got that information. But no worries. For those who didn't, I'll be sharing this again for sure, making a bigger deal about it. But anyway, yeah. So all I could just say this, I'm just singing the praises of witchcraft. I have had a very interesting 2021. It is November and we are almost coming to a close for the calendar year. And I'm not one of those people to say good riddance, I'm glad it's over. No, because I had some really positive experiences, so I wouldn't say that, but I am actually very much looking forward to starting a new year and starting it on the terms that I've set for myself. So, manifesting the lifestyle that I want, continuing to feed and align with that lifestyle. By the way, I'm already doing it. And yeah, I'm really happy about that. because I feel sustained by witchcraft. It sustains me. It's not that I'm casting spells all the time or I'm doing something unique, let's say, than other witches that you maybe come across, or maybe even the way you're practicing. It's how I think I interpret witchcraft. I think it's how I interpret like ritual that might be a little bit more helpful and probably the defining bits about why when things go left in my life, I never feel lost. I never like take a dive back to, like I said, Christianity or anything like that. I never have that urge to do that. I basically, I don't know, I feel like I'm so well informed with so much information when it comes to witchcraft. Like, that's kind of absurd to even think like that. I only bring it up because earlier in the video I was just talking about that, and I'm just saying I just see that that's a thing that I see people doing. They kind of deviate, you know, when life gets a little rough. They go back to that because there's this idea, I think, which I think I'm touching more on. It's the savior thing, and you're looking for someone to come save you. And there's a secret I want to tell you. Nobody's gonna save you. You have to save yourself. Whatever the situation is, you're gonna have to save yourself. There are people who will come in your life who can help you, who can guide you. There are people who can come into your life who help you learn how to save yourself, but only you can save yourself. I don't think there's any spirit, ancestor, deity that their purpose is to keep saving you. They can guide the light. They can show you. You're having a human experience. And part of that is, yes, that they can interact, but to guide you, send signs, symbols. That's why I think when the universe speaks, it's always coded and vague. Because it's not about a language. It's not sometimes I wish they could be a lot more direct at times, right? You just give me the message. But instead you have to decode it. That's intentional, and we're having an experience, a human experience. A human experience, this is just a small little bit. There's so much more. Energy never dies. We're made of energy, and we live on and we move on, and then we become part of that overall universe and that connection, even deeper, we become it. But for now, we're human. And it's okay. We're going to have limitations on that, understanding all that is within the universe. I don't know. I'm comfortable with not knowing all the details because I know in time I will. And I think that's by design. I really do. I think it's intentionally done that way. Yeah, I'm getting real esoteric right now, right? I tell you, I talk about all things witchy, craft related, esoteric, law of attraction. I'm doing it. This is one of those videos, but listen, I truly do, but I'm going to end it here because I'm about to go into a whole other thing, and I actually have to start recording other videos to go into talk about manifesting the lifestyle that you desire. So I'll end it here. Thanks again for watching. I am Mika. This is Leap Taken. Don't forget, please like, subscribe, share. And as always, thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.